Hey everyone! Today, we're going to tackle a task that, let's be honest, can be a huge pain. We are going to master the mail merge for envelopes, and we'll do it using two tools you probably have open right now, Word and Excel.
You know the feeling, right? You've got this giant stack of invitations, or holiday cards, or maybe business letters you need to send out, and the thought of writing every single address by hand, it's just a total time sink.
But what if I told you that you can knock out that entire stack in just a few clicks? Well, you absolutely can, and that simple, automated solution is exactly what we're going to break down today.
Okay, so let's dive right in. The very first step, our home base, is Microsoft Excel. Seriously, getting your mailing list prepped and perfect is the foundation for this whole thing. If you nail this part, everything else is a breeze.
Now, in the mail merge world, we call this Excel file the data source. You should really think of it as the brain of the entire operation. It holds all the critical info, the names, the addresses, you name it, that Word is going to pull from to print your envelopes.
So, how do you set it up? It's actually pretty straightforward. Just pop open a new spreadsheet. The key is to create separate columns for each little piece of information. First name, last name, address, city, postal code. Keeping them separate gives you way more flexibility later. Then, you just fill in your contact info, one person per row. And then, and this is the most important part, double-check everything. I mean, everything.
And this quote right here, it really hits the nail on the head. A single typo could mean a returned letter, which is wasted postage and a wasted envelope. So trust me, taking a few minutes to verify all your data right now is going to save you a massive headache, not to mention time and money down the road. All right, our data source is looking good and it's ready to go. Now let's hop over to Microsoft Word. This is where the creative part happens, where we design that professional-looking envelope that's going to hold our letter. So you'll start with just a blank document. From there, you're going to head straight to the Mailings tab. This tab is going to be your best friend. In the Envelopes menu, the Options button is your command center. This is where you tell Word the exact size of your envelope, and you can pick out the fonts for both the delivery and the return address. Once it looks good, just click Add to Document. And this is where you can see just how much control you have. You can pick a standard envelope size or even create a custom one. You can match the fonts to your personal or company branding, and because it's basically just a Word document at this point, you can even drop in your company logo or other little design flourishes to make it look super professional. Okay, so we've got our data prepped in Excel and our beautiful design all set up in Word. Now, it's time for the magic. Step 3 is where we connect these two and get them talking to each other. But wait, before we do that, there is one tiny but super important step that so many people forget. We need to tell Word exactly how your printer likes to be fed envelopes. Getting this right from the start will save you a ton of frustration and misprints.
Now this can be the trickiest part for a lot of people. In your printing options, you're going to see choices for how the envelope feeds into the printer. The big ones are face up or face down. The easiest way to figure this out is to just look at the little icons on your printer's paper tray. Does the paper get printed on the side that's facing up or the side that's facing down? Getting this right is so key. Okay, printer settings are locked in. You ready for the aha moment? This next click is the real heart of the entire mail merge process.
This is it. This is the command that makes it all happen. Back in that Mailings tab, you're going to click Select Recipients and then choose Use an Existing List. This is you telling Word, hey, go find that awesome Excel file we just made. So let's just walk through that real quick. After you start the merge and pop in your return address, you select your recipients by finding that Excel list on your computer. Once it's linked, the final piece of the puzzle is to insert something called the address block. This is just a special placeholder that tells Word, okay, this is the spot where each person's unique address needs to go.
And would you look at that? We are at the final step. All the hard work is done. It is time to see the fruits of our labor and actually print these things. And this is really that super satisfying moment, where all that digital data from your spreadsheet suddenly appears perfectly formatted on a real physical envelope. It's pretty cool.
But hold on. Before you go and hit that big print button, let me give you a crucial pro tip. Use the Preview Results button. It's right there in the Mailings tab. This lets you click through a few of your envelopes to see exactly how they're going to look. It's your last chance to catch any weird formatting issues before you print 100 of them. Once you're sure everything looks perfect, the final command is Finish and Merge, and then Print Documents. You can choose to print all of them or just a few if you want.
Just confirm your printer settings one last time, get your envelopes loaded up the right way, and click OK. Your printer will do the rest of the work.
And that's it. You just made two of the most powerful Microsoft Office programs work together as a perfect team. That is an incredibly useful skill to have in your toolbox.
Oh, and here's a little bonus for you. This skill is super versatile. The exact same process, data source, template, merge, works for creating entire sheets of mailing labels too. The only difference is that instead of selecting envelopes at the very beginning, you just select labels. How cool is that? And that pretty much wraps it up. You've just turned hours of boring manual work into a few minutes of smart setup. So I guess the only real question left is, what are you going to do with all that time you just saved? Thanks for joining me.